My name is Joe Davenport. I'm 16 years old and a junior at Vinyl Technical High School in Middletown, Connecticut. I am proudly dyslexic. I was diagnosed in 7th grade. At the time, I was reading on a 3rd grade level and decoding on a kindergarten level. I was a perfect example of how a kid could slip through the cracks in today's public school system. I want to thank the Education Committee for their support last year in passing the law recognizing dyslexia as a separate line item in our IEPs. The next step is only first in helping dyslexic students and keeping others from experiencing some of the difficulties I have had. Dyslexics are bright, creative people who, with our disability, we use the front part of our brains where all the creative energy lies. With that, you will find dyslexics are outside of the box thinkers and some of our most brilliant members of society. What we dyslexics need is your help in teaching teachers how to teach us. 1 in 5 students are dyslexic. If you have one parent that is dyslexic, you have a 60% chance of your kid being dyslexic, and 90% chance if both parents are dyslexic. That means you have a growing population of dyslexics and fast. Teaching what some may call normal students the way dyslexics learn wouldn't be teaching them any less. I'd like to see this practice become part of everyday learning. I ask you to consider Bill 1054. Consider the ripple effect of your actions will have.
Thank you very much, Joe, for your testimony and for being here today. You know, it strikes me as you were talking about your experience and the numbers and the prevalence of dyslexia and thinking about those numbers growing. You know, wouldn't it be nice if there was a time when everybody understood how to teach children who have dyslexia, young people have dyslexia, in the same way that, you know, you recognize that someone's right-handed or left-handed. That's just the way you are, and you just gotta learn things a little differently, and that there's nothing more to it, and it would be great if we were there, so that helps us. Your testimony today helps us get to that place, so thank you for being here. Any questions for Joe? Yes, Representative Cocaruda.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Joe, it was great to see you. We have somewhat of a celebrity here today. Joe, and I'm sure others here, was actually at the bill signing last year on the Women Getting Dyslexia, so I'm glad to see you here again. You know, Joe, when you consider that you weren't diagnosed till you were 12 and where you are today at 16, it's remarkable. And just as we heard from, I think it was young Nick, I think that we could ever have gotten to everybody earlier what a difference it would make. I know you're at Vinyl Tech. I just want to ask, has that been a good match for you, and how's that working?
It's a good match for me because I get to do more hands-on than most regular schools, because half the year I'm in my shop that I chose, and the other half of the year I'm in classes.
Well, you know, for you, Madam Chair, one of the things you talked about was, you know, dyslexics are bright and creative people. You know, we talked about typical students and ordinary students, and with you, Joe, and with so many people we've heard from today, this is the extraordinary student, the extraordinary for sure. You should be commended, all of you should be. And thank you for coming and testifying today.
Thank you, Representative. Any other comments, Joe? Representative Stinesky.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Joe, for your advocacy on behalf of children, young men with dyslexia. I don't know if you heard my story earlier. My husband is dyslexic, and my son is as well. We did get my son was identified because we recognized it was my husband. I wanted to ask you, when you received your IEP, did you find the treatment in your classrooms with your teachers different? Walk me through how being identified Because I'm not sure, as I follow the bill and follow some other stories, that even being identified and having an IEP is really giving you the help you need, so.
It's starting to give me the help I need, but the only help I can really get is telling you that I'm dyslexic. I already know that.
Thank you, through you, Madam Chair. So do you, when they give you a written test, I love the hands-on piece, but when they give you a written test, do they allow you more time to take the test?
Yes, and I get to leave the room to go to a separate area.
And congratulations. Thank you very much. Are there further questions? Yes, Senator Bartolomeo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, Joe. I just wanted to find out a little bit of follow-up on Representative Daneski. Are you an auditory learner? Does it help you to be listening as opposed to reading?
It's kind of half and half, because if it's for slang for my shop, I have to look at it and listen to it. But if it's slang for like English, I have to look at it. I just listen to it. I can't really look at it that much.
And does your IEP allow for you to have your textbooks downloaded on an iPad or in an audio format?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very